What's up, guys? You're welcome back to the Kushcast. This is episode number 4. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do it big and better this year. I hope you all are doing well, just like I am. Today's a little different because I'll be riding solo today. Um, Basically, today I won't rant. I want to rant today. Yeah, so let's just go straight into it. So I'm sure you guys are aware, you know of the streamer called I Show Speed. For those of you who don't know, so he's a 21-year-old streamer from Ohio in the United States of America. He's quite young. He's been doing streaming for quite some time now, and I remember years back when he wasn't as big as he is now. He used to do streams in his room, with his friends, things like that. But now he has, stepped up a bit. Then he goes places. He goes, from city to city, country to country, showcasing, what each country is all about. And then he does it live on his stream. So recently he announced he was going to have the African edition. That's the one he's going to do in Africa. So he's been to Europe. I've watched some of his Asian, the ones he did in Asia as well, some of his Asian tour, the one he did in Europe as well. He was been to Scotland and a lot of places. But then he announced he was going to start the African one and go to a couple of countries. Not all the countries, because we have quite a lot of countries in Africa. And he stated he was going to go to a few of them. He started the tour on the 29th of December. That was when he landed in Africa and went to the first country. And he's so far so good. He's been to quite a lot of countries, and some of the countries he planned, from the beginning was Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Egypt, Tswane, Ethiopia, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Liberia, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Now, he's been to a lot of the countries, and I'll be honest here. I want to give my honest opinion about everything that I have seen so far. I'm not going to sit down here and tell you that, I sat down and watched all his stream and watch everything live. No, I have a job, so I can't sit down and watch the stream. But, the clips here and there, you could see, when you go on Twitter, you go to any of the social media platforms, you kind of get a summary of all what has happened, regardless of, the country you went to, you see clips on there. And the reason why I'm actually doing this episode is because of the edition where he went to Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, for those of you who don't know. So I take interest in a lot of Nigerian things than other countries. It's just a bias, which I'm sure every other, nationality will do the same. You know what I mean? So when he went to Nigeria, I saw a couple of the clips, and guy, I won't lie, as in I was cringing hard. I was cringing so hard and so bad watching some of those clips I was seeing in Nigeria. Like, what is this? This guy has gone to other countries. I've been seeing them showcasing the culture. It was making him have a good time. And when he came to Nigeria, it was just below par. That's just the truth. It was just so bad. Now that brings me to the question and the topic of today, which is, why do we as a nation, like as a people, why have we encouraged people begging for so long? Why have we encouraged it for so long? It's an epidemic that has been going on for quite some time. I'm sure it didn't start because of speed, and it has always been there for some time. But this is the first time somebody is actually streaming in real time, because for those who don't know, it streams on an app called Twitch, and then on Twitch, people see it in real time. All what he's doing is real. There's no cuts, there's no edits, there's no filters. Let's edit this part and take it away. Everything is streams is going live to millions of viewers all around the world. And then the first thing everyone is noticing is the begging. Like, there was this guy he met, because before he goes on these tours, he kind of has a meeting with his team. They discuss what he wants, what he want to do, where he want go, things like that. They go down plan them, because he has a team. They will have, so anybody you see on his stream, probably they've actually contacted that person prior to the time, he went there, and you kind of collaborate when he comes around. So I think he met one of the strongest guys in Nigeria. So that guy is like a gym freak, and then he could bend like a very, very tough iron bar. And then I saw a clip, I'll put the picture here. There was a clip where The guy was, like competing with speed and like bending the iron and everything. And then they went like in the bus, the downfall now. Next thing, speed offered him, I think 50K. The guy was like, that money is small and all like that. And then I think speed now increased it to $1,000. This guy said he wanted $10,000. Only near only. Because you've seen American that came to your country, you want to collect 10,000. You want to collect $10,000 for just for bending iron. Waiting, you be avatar. The guy even tried. He wanted to give you 1,000. That's a cool 1 point something million naira. I don't know what the exchange rate is currently. I can even check now, sir. USD to naira. So currently, if he gives him 1,000, this guy should be getting close to 1.5 million naira. Just light work, that's the money you can actually get doing whatever he's doing for a long time. Someone is offering you that, and then you, because of greed, you said 10,000 by force you must give, and then you ended up with nothing. Like, it was just, I don't know why would you reject such, like, he's even being generous enough to give you that amount of money, and then you just rejected it and said, nah, you want 10,000. As for what? Do you think rich people get rich by giving people money freely? No, they get richer by earning more. So if he's even offering to give you part of his money, he's being benevolent enough. Anyway, away from that guy, because that guy had like a short stint with speed, and then now we move to Mr. Egungun, the interviewer guy. So I'm not here to come and bash whatever he does. That's his niche, that's what he does, and that's what works for him. But I just felt like when you want to have someone come interview Speed, he shouldn't be the one, because his content is totally about ladies who are like call girls, escort, prostitutes, you name them, strippers. Those are the kind of girls that he interviews, or he just asks them to do a 360 and then they shake their ass. That's what he does. So I don't think it's the right fit, because like I said, respect for what he does. If that's what he does and that works for him, respect to him. But he shouldn't be the one, doing that kind of interview. We have other people that can do those kind of interviews. We have the Coyote Okikiolus, we have the this guy, the Big Brother guy, Ebuka, we have Corti, we have this other guy, I can't remember his name now, he does the interviews as well. There are a bunch of other guys that can do it, but because they were not invited, they have to respect themselves, because all these things were planned. So if they were not invited, you can't expect people of who have a name for themselves in Nigeria and then just start flaunting themselves around and please can I have interview? No, it doesn't work that way. So that was why that thing happened, where he was like, oh, how old are you? And so Baba say, I'm 21 years old. The man said, oh, 21. And you're looking so young and strong. Like, bro, he's 21. How else do you expect him to look? Do you expect a 60-year-old to look that way? I think he worded it wrongly. What he wanted to probably, I think what he probably wanted to say was, oh wow, 21, and you are kind of like, with this muscular frame, like at that young and early age, you already have that body. I think probably, if I want to like give him benefit of the doubt, that was what he meant, but he didn't word it correctly. But I mean, still, it just goes to show you that it wasn't like the best fit for that kind of interview. And now, when it was at Zlatan's ZTTW shop for some shopping and to make some things, there was this guy, I'll put picture here. The guy was already offering Speed condoms and girls. Like, he asked girls, what was the word he said? He said, he's got him some girls or something like that on live stream, bro. If I thought you want to even give him girls and condom, you can. Not when there's camera on. That's what you chose to give. You want to tell me if Speed wanted girls, he won't get them on his own? He's a millionaire. That boy is a millionaire in dollars. So what girls do you want to talk about? You're offering him girls on stream. Amy, away from that one. So when he was in the bus, he went publicly to places. Then he was in the bus. Sometimes it was in like an open roof car, and then you see multitudes of people. So now, don't get me wrong. Every country he went, there were multitudes of people. So it's not only Nigeria. Every country he went, because he's a very popular guy. A lot of people came around to come and see what he was doing. People they come now. People they want to see Speed. But a lot of what I was hearing from our own people that were following him is show me love, Baba. Baba, do me, show me love. Do normal, all this kind. Like, it's just appalling. Like, when do we start curbing these miscreants that are always asking for money? Because it's becoming like a very, very serious thing in Nigeria. Everybody is always running and asking for money, running after you. Show me love, Baba. Show me love. Omo logo, omo logo. What is all that? Omo logo. Show me love. What is that? All the countries he has been going to, nobody has asked him for money. Nobody has begged him for money. Fine, there were multitudes of people following him around, which is normal because it's popular. But the point of the crowd, the quality of the crowd is what we are talking about, not the number. People were there to come and see what he was doing, and people were even gifting him stuff. To be fair, there was a lady who painted a portrait of him and gave him. That's one of the positives of him coming to Nigeria. But a lot of this was just begging, shouting, money, Baba, drop something, give us money. I saw a tweet, but I forgot to not save that tweet, because someone said it's so bad in Lagos right now that if you look so good, like you clean up as a young guy, some of those area boys will come and meet like, like they will hail you that you are looking good. Yeah, drop something for looking good again. Like, so what's next? For the air you breathe now, the air you breathe in, they will say drop something. And it's so predominant in Lagos. I know there are thugs everywhere, but it's so predominant and they are so unchecked in Lagos that everywhere you go, like, remember, even personally, this is not even just watching or talking about speed. Now, personally, I think about 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, like I was in Lagos to do something in Lagos, and then the car broke down. And where the car broke down, all these people just came out of nowhere. Those thugs just came out of nowhere. These area boys, they just came. They secure the car for us, and we go help you secure the car. Nothing good do for you. Make we give them something. Secure from who? The car broke down. The car is who is coming to steal the car? The car was just broke down. So, and the way they were saying it, they were so intimidating. The way they looked, like so rough looking, like you could tell that if you didn't give these people something here today, I want to see how you take that car away. That's how bad it was. So it's not just seeing things online and say, oh, I saw something. I experienced it as well, and I'm sure a lot of people that live in Lagos can even relate to this, even more examples than I've given. So as a people, why are we encouraging these people to do so much that they are not checked? Every time, give them money, Baba, money, this one, money. Everybody wants to collect money. Money. Everywhere you go, money. They hail you, money, Baba. Oh yeah, draw something, do this one, do that one. And when it's a different thing when they kind of like hail you for money and you don't have answer, Baba. Deal, and they leave you. They will now start accosting you there, like you have to give something. So a lot of people are even scared to even walk in some places alone. Now this is a celebrity that came with his own security team, bouncers, you name it, bodyguards. They were there. If not because of those people, they will have mobbed him. That's a very short thing. They will have mobbed him. And even with the fact that the presence of those security personnel were there, you could still see like a lot of them were still, with the hope that he will drop something. They were chasing the cars. About logo, does this. I was just cringing. I was just closing those videos like, man, I've been seeing the one in South Africa. He was drifting with that guy, the best drifter in South Africa. He went to Kenya with those tribes, the tribe people that jump up. I can't remember their name now. He has been with, a lot of people. He has enjoyed himself. But when he came to Nigeria, the first thing was money. Give him money. Oh yeah, beg money. Like, it was just a very bad look for us, honestly. It was. But then there were positives from his trip as well. So he went to the Naked Art Gallery. Yeah, that's a very, very good place if you want to see art and culture in Nigeria. She has the woman has a lot of things on display for you to see as a foreigner. So he went there. They took him to Freedom Park on his birthday, because it was in Nigeria when he clocked 21 actually. So they took him to the club. Well, I wouldn't say club is one of the things that can excite him, but I mean that was the only country that actually took him to a club, and then it was his birthday, so I think that can get a pass, for taking him to the club on that day. And then they took him to Balogun Market. Balogun Market is a quite rowdy, busy market, but I mean, if he wants to really explore the real Nigeria, that's where he could get it. So he went there, and then he tried some of the local cuisine as well, and he really enjoyed it. And this is where we are the best, jollof rice. So he actually enjoyed Nigerian jollof. And I think when he went to two other countries, I think Ghana was one of the countries. I think he's currently in Ghana right now. As at the time of this recording, he tasted the Ghanaian one. He was like, Nigerians is better. He tasted one other. Is it Senegalese? Senegalese? Can't remember now. He tasted one other jollof, and he was like, Nigerians is better. So I think that's a positive, at least for us. But as a nation, I feel we should do, better. We should be able to, curb the excesses of people who are always like begging, because the begging is becoming a pandemic. It's even already a pandemic. So I don't want to say it's beginning to. No, it is already, because a lot of people, just beg and beg for money unnecessarily, and not just begging with not with a sense of entitlement. That's the worst of all. Begging is bad enough, but when you have the entitlement with it, like you expect the person to say yes all the time, like just for unnecessary reasons, asking someone for money because you see a celebrity, you're running after the car. And this thing has been going on for so long, for so long. I remember a video back then, maybe 2016, 17, when the widow used to live in Lekki at the time. You see boys outside his gate hailing, hey Baba, just is it like a mistake that he's living in that estate, that you people are already outside his gate and hailing? And now I am sure people will come up with different excuses for his poverty. His poverty, or people don't have money. Is Nigeria the only poor country? That's the question I have. Is that the only poor country in the whole of Africa or in the world? Is that the only poor country? We have other countries that are poorer than Nigeria that he has visited, and we did not see a single person beg on stream. Ghana is currently in. The two ladies that were asking for money were not asking for money directly. They were asking him to patronize them so they could get money from their own goods. Patronizing is different. He's not giving them for free. He's buying a product. He might actually use the product. So are we the only ones with poverty? So if you are bringing that as an excuse that it's poverty, no. Some people have normalized it. It's been a normalized, thing. So whenever they see anybody looking clean or looking a foreigner, if anybody, you just ask for money. Like I was just so annoyed when I saw that. Waiting with this guy, everybody just shout, "Baba, drop money, love, show me love, love for what? Which love? One love, meet your girlfriend or be your boyfriend. Which one be show me love? Which love they show you? Why do we always feel like?" As people and it's not curbed. That's the problem. It's not curbed at all. In Lagos, it's so bad. It's not curbed at all. There's no body that is even checking the excesses of these area people, area thugs and area boys thugs and all this. There's nobody checking. It's not even only the area boys that do it though. Even normal people do it as well. Like the regular people do it. Like the begging is now becoming like a culture. What can we do as a people to actually stop this whole begging thing? We've seen stream from South Africa, from other countries that he has gone to. He went to other different African places. I did not see a single clip of somebody begging for money. Until he got to we country, that's when I started saying, Baba, drop something, Baba, give us this. So I wasn't surprised when he left the next day, because I think he streamed in South Africa for about 3 days. For 3 days. He was in South Africa for 3 days. And don't get me wrong, in some other countries it was like 1 day as well, but I think he just got tired of the whole thing and just left. It was obvious that he got tired of the whole thing. Like, this is not what I was actually expecting. So I'm just trying to take the little positives out of the visit, and I added it to it, and then highlighting what I felt like was totally wrong. It was so bad. When you're having second-hand embarrassment for a video, like you're not in the video, you're not part of them, but you are feeling bad, like you're cringing when you're watching that video. That was how bad it was when I was watching. Like, what is this, God? Because now it's a global thing. Everybody is going to be saying it, like, oh, is this how everybody behaves in Nigeria? Which is not. Not everybody behaves like that. In fact, the majority of people don't behave like that. But we also have certain people that this is what they do 24/7, beg, ask for money. And sometimes when it changes from begging to intimidation, and if you don't give something and they'll do something bad to you, but I really hope this has kind of like upset a few people like myself, seeing this about our country and seeing the way it's being portrayed by some of the people there, not even regarding the fact that there's a camera around showing them. And some of them could actually even pretend for just that day. No, they can't pretend it's part of them. I just really hope something can be done. I really don't know what can be done, but I really hope that the excesses can be curbed as well. Because, when you see a streamer go to your country, he's been to different countries. You're excited to see when he comes to your country, and you're kind of disappointed with what you're saying. Like, this is the oh yeah. Before I even forgot, I forgot the old Pella thing. Pella was on the car, was on the horse, trying to get his attention. He was jumping on the car. The bouncers threw him off, and up. Now, in the boys' case, the Pella guy's case, I've never really been a fan of him, but I just feel like I should, I won't be biased with my assessment of the whole situation. If he was really desperate for it, I mean, fine, yeah, but what he just failed to realize that he's one of the biggest streamers in Nigeria and in Africa as well. In your own lane, you're a big boy. In your own lane, you're a boss. I don't like your content and the way you speak, but in your own lane, you're a boss. In your own lane, you are well to do in your own lane. You should have a little bit of regard for yourself. That's how I see it. Because all this old rejection, multiple times, riding a horse, doing all these things, you might be passionate to work with him, but the guy did not come to any of the African countries to collaborate with any streamer. He has said that from the beginning. He came to experience the cultures of different countries and show the side that the media in the West never shows. Because whenever they want to show any side in Africa, it's usually a bunch of kids with flies. And even over here, it's very, very appalling when I see it sometimes, when the media, all they show is kids with flies or like having health issues, NGOs, please donate to save this child. They make it look like those are only the type of kids you have in Africa. They will never show the culture, the good side, the architecture. They will never show like the nature, because some of these places have breathtaking natural landscapes, natural landscapes. You see them, you marvel. Like even Nigeria as well, we have so many places you can go to, like you be like, wow. They will never show that. They always show the bad side. They always show it. And mind you, these developed countries have bad sides as well. Even in the UK, there are places that you come in the UK, you be like, are you still in the UK? Because it looks very terrible. Even America, especially Los Angeles, there's a bunch of homeless people in there, littered all over the place. And you think this is a developed country, but they have it. But their media knows how to correct it. They will never show things like that. They show the beautiful side. But whenever they want to show anything about Africa, they show the bad one. That's what Speed came to show the culture, the good things about Africa, and then we were offering him condom and girl to have sex with on camera. I mean, it's very, very terrible. But I mean, I hope he's enjoying his tour all over Africa, because he's been there for quite some time, and that's dedication as well. Because I don't know how that boy does it as well. Because when you live, is on average is in a country a day, if I'm not mistaken, maximum 2 days in some countries is off pattern. And don't get me wrong, in every country he goes to, he's always participating in one physical activity or the other. So that boy's cardio is crazy, man. Because if I was a streamer, after the fourth country, I'm already tired, like yo. And he's always, I think it was only in one, there was this Sierra Leone or so, one of the countries he went to, where he was just like, he had to like end the stream early because he was not feeling too good. His head was pounding, and that was bound to happen because non-stop activities. I'm flying on the plane to another country. It takes dedication, and I have to give it to him. He's really, really good at what he does. And this whole idea of traveling the world, why not? Because a streamer, you don't have a full-time job, you control your own time. Traveling the world is one of the biggest dreams or aspirations of anybody. A lot of people want to travel around the world and visit places, but they don't have the means to. He has the means, he has the money. So why not just, while you're doing your hobby, use is your hobby that makes money for you. Why not just see the world while you're doing it? I mean, taking it from the bedroom or in his room or in his house, just sitting down and just streaming in his house and taking it, to other countries. That's one of the best things you can do when you have money. You have your time. You can travel the world, experience cultures, taste different cuisines, see different people, meet different people, and just learn. And it's learning as well, because a lot of people fail to realize that when you're traveling, go on vacation, you're not just going to enjoy, you're learning. It's education on its own. Traveling is but it's just a very expensive form of education, but he's learning at the same time while he's having fun. So I really hope he has a nice tour in Africa. I don't know if Ghana is his last country, but I really hope he enjoys it as well. So today I'll be putting a wrap on this note. Since I'm doing solo today, I don't want to take much of your time, guys. I'll be coming back next time with a guest for episode number 5. So till then, I'll see you on the next episode.